Get ready with me while I tell you how I had my gallbladder removed at about 7 months postpartum. About 4 weeks after I gave birth, I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning with extreme intense pain right here in my chest. Never had heartburn while I was pregnant, so I just figured it was a heartburn. I waited until it passed and I went back to sleep, and in the morning I woke up and everything was fine. About a week after that, I had another gallstone attack. This one was during the day. I had gotten it after spicy food, so once again, I thought it was heartburn. This one lasted much longer than the other one. This one lasted about 3 hours. Remember, I was on the floor clutching my chest. We were this close to calling 911, but it just vanished. Once it cleared up, everything was fine. There was no point in me going to the hospital, so I just lived life. It didn't come back for another 6 months. Remember, it was a Shabbos, Saturday, and I didn't want to go to the hospital if I didn't need to go to the hospital. I didn't feel like it was life-threatening, and so I kind of just stuck with the pain. I had woken up at 9 o'clock on Saturday mornings, shooting pain in my chest again. But once again, I just thought it was a heartburn, so I waited a while and it didn't go away. We decided to go into the emergency room. At this point, it's unbearable. I can barely walk, I can barely stand. Took many vitals. They took an EKG, sonogram done, and an x-ray done. Finally, they told me that I had gallstones. That a stone had fallen between the gallbladder and the intestines, and that was what was causing the pain because it was stuck there. So by the time they discharged me, the stone had fallen back into the gallbladder, so I wasn't in pain anymore. They sent me up to meet with a GI and a surgeon. There are a few medications that you can do, but because I was breastfeeding, I didn't really want to go medication route. Also, it's not a guarantee that it's going to get rid of your gallstones. Because the attack was so strong and it lasted for so long, the last attack had lasted 18 hours, I just didn't want to deal with that again. They had me go on a gallbladder diet. No oils, no fats, no cholesterol. Very, very clean diet, and I was on that for about a month until I got my surgery date. A biopsy to rule out acid reflux. My surgery lasted about an hour. Thank God I healed very quickly afterwards. After you have your gallbladder removed, they definitely recommend introducing things very slowly. You first have to be on a liquid diet for the first few days, and then you slowly start adding things back in. But because you don't have a gallbladder anymore, your body's going to react to different foods very differently. For example, after eating certain fruits, my tummy's not very happy with me. This is actually really hard to do while talking to a camera. You kind of slowly figure out what you can and what you can't eat, what hurts your tummy and what doesn't. And that just becomes your new normal. If you have any questions for me about my experience, please don't hesitate to ask. Leave them in the comments. I am more than happy to answer. I hope that this is helpful for some of you. If you're going through this right now, it does get better. Thank you so much for hearing my story, and if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments.